Na 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 Batman, Batman. Na 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 Batman, Batman. Na 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 Batman, Batman. Okay. Hi everybody, Martha here. So today we're doing the Batman Beyond DVD review completion series thing. Since I finally finished watching, just had to watch the special features, and that's what I was doing while I was getting pictures for this. So yeah, so no face cam because I have enough pictures for you guys to look at to do stuff on here. So let's get started on the top. So let's get started on talking about how I like this series. Well, as I said when I was unboxing this, I said I did not grow up with this one. I did not know about this until I was an adult, even though it was on when I was a kid. I don't know. It just didn't air. I just didn't know about it. So when I learned about it, I liked it because it was a lot darker than the animated show. Because they figured, yeah, it's been a couple years since the series started. Since the original animated series started back in 1992, this show started back in 1999. So a lot of those kids would be teenagers by then. Me, the show came out. The animated series came out. I was 3. When this one came out, I was 10. So yeah, I was in the double digits when this one came out. So um, Terry is definitely not Bruce, but that is a good thing because Terry is able to make jokes and lay down SmackDown and stuff like that, while Bruce is just mysterious and dark. Well, Terry has a history of doing mistakes when he was a kid and actually having to go to juvie, unlike Bruce. Um, so that's how those two. That's how both Terry, the new Batman, differ from the old Batman. So let's start with the top 10 now that you understand what's going on mainly in the series and the two main characters and how they are different from one another. So number 10, um, which is the first episode and the second episode put together called Rebirth, which is a part 1 and a part 2. And we learn why Batman stops being Batman when he's about 65 years old. This happens. He is forced to use a gun on a bad guy, and he sees that the fact that he's not, because he was too old to defend himself, that he realized he can never do it again. And this is when Alfred's already gone, so he's completely on his own. So he gets a dog named Ace, and Terry is about 17-year-old kid that is who's living with his dad, and because they got him and his mom, and his dad and his mom both got a divorce, and one of them took one of the kids and the other one took the other kid. So Terry's dad gets killed by his boss, and he but they made it look like the jokers with a Z killed his dad, and they don't. And Bruce goes and the Jokers like lead Terry out to where Batman lives accidentally, and he Bruce ends up saving Terry from the Jokers, and he goes in there because he helps Batman get up after he falls down and takes him back into the house, and he realizes is that while he helps Batman with his pills, Bruce goes to sleep, and he accidentally finds what's in behind his clock tower at his little bitty clock, and figures out this guy's Batman because he figures out where the Batcave is, and he sees everything in there. The T-Rex, the giant penny, and the vacuum computer. And he puts the two together and like, this guy was Batman a long time ago. So, yep. They and he figured, and this is when Terry's dad dies, and he asks Bruce to help get revenge on his dad's boss when he finds out it was really his dad's boss that did it. And so they did get revenge, but his dad box turns into Shriek. So now both Terry and Bruce are working together, and yeah. So that's my number 10. My number 9 is Spellbound, which is one of one of Terry's own superheroes, but supervillains. But he kind of reminds me of Joker. Kind of reminds me of Scarecrow, because both Scarecrow and Spellbound uses like stuff that you would want to happen to you or fear, or because it mostly messes with your mind. So that's why I think this guy's a lot like Scarecrow, because he messes with like 3 different people's minds. He messes with one of Terry's students, friends or whatever, and also messes with his friend's dad, and he yells and makes them see stuff and stuff like that. And so what happens like later on with this character is what I also like is he messes with Barbara, the old Batgirl, too, and but he's also able to mess with Terry mostly and stuff like that, and make them see stuff into order to where and you find out later on in this episode that this Spellbound is the school therapist, because the way they find out how to what your secrets is they just learn from the students. And he got sick of listening to people, the students' problem every day, to where he just thought, I just might use what they tell me against them. Yep. And yeah, so that's number 9. Number 8 is Where is Terry? So this one is about where Terry goes missing for about a night, and Max and Bruce has to team up. Max is a student at the school that finds out who Terry is by using a computer, and able to deduce who she is by the computer. And so she was kind of like, she's been helping out Terry when Bruce is not there to do it. So, and both Bruce and Max don't get along. So, since Terry's not there to keep them from not fighting, it's time for them to both team up together and find out where Terry is. So, what basically happened to Terry that is, he went into the subway and got himself lost, and Soundwave ends up like making a rock slide, make him stuck with a kid who has a runaway, and the runaway kid wants to be like a bad guy and stuff like that. And so yeah, so he asks the kid to go and look for some help, and the kid ends up getting kidnapped by Soundwave, and so yep, and they have to figure out a bunch of stuff like that. And he asks the kid to he wants to make sure the kid could be trusted, because he can't fit for the hole that the kid got there. When the water gets out, because there's usually water beneath the ground, and Terry's be able to escape that way, but Max and Bruce has to like distract the cops. So he made it look like Max did something wrong, and Max gets arrested. And then Terry asks when he gets out of there, "How did you and Max get along?" He says, "Well, it was we did a great job, Terry. And we just look down and see like that Max is arrested. Like great. So that was number 8. So I decided that this one would be let's see. So I already did the number 10, number 8, number 9, number 8. I already did the first 3 numbers. So next video I'll do 7, 6, and 5. So it'll be a free part because this is already 10 minutes. So if you see some of the pictures are meant to be in the next one, preview. So you can probably guess what episodes those are. Even if you know your Batman Beyond history. So yeah. So those are. So like, favorite, subscribe, guys, and bye bye.